It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mads Mattis-Ryder, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1784, recorded Thursday, June 18th, 2020. Good, clean fun. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have my kid's first camera. My first Insta camera. We also have an APC surge protector, and I have some Fanatic gadgets in my crappy corner, plus your videos, all next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! And here he is. He needs his surge protector for gadgets because he just surges at him. Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
Doing good myself. Doing very good.
Anything thrilling this week?
Not really. No. The Giz Wiz studio has changed a bit.
Yeah.
So, not to this camera angle, but this studio used to be where I recorded all of my OMG Craft episodes. And then I took that a little bit differently and I put it behind my webcam, and then now I'm doing green screen. But I've started a new project on OMG Craft, which is a weekly recap of all of the news in one video. And so I've recreated the OMG Craft set on the other side of the room. So here it is over there.
Oh, okay.
There's some construction stuff on those blocks, but the Giz Wiz set is over here, and this is the OMG Craft set over on the other side of the room. This is super wide angled, or super close, because I use that. This is my product shot camera. But there you go. So that's kind of a change, that the OMG Craft set is now over on the other side of the room.
And where did it used to be?
So it originally, like when I first moved into this house, it was located in a completely different room. And then I switched things up and I moved it in here for a while, for about probably a year. And then after that, I moved it out to behind my normal desk that I also use for streaming. And then that didn't last very long, and I just switched to a full green screen setup. And so it's been about, I'd say, 2 years since it's been in this room, in this type of configuration. So yeah.
Okay.
Small little update. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Hey, do you have an update for the backyard? Whatever happened with the gas?
You know what?
Stuff?
Thanks to you and everybody in the chat room, that there's only one kind of hose thing. So I got out a magnifying glass, and the hose that I was using, this 100-foot hose, was down the cellar. And I asked the construction guys, I said, should I take it out of there? They, oh, it's not in the way, not in the way. So when I actually got down there and got it, it was like covered in all kinds of crap. But with the magnifying glass, I could see that the second thread in was bent over a little.
Oh.
And then I took a needle nose pliers and I straightened it out just a touch. And then I figured putting it on the fitting with a wrench will straighten the threads out better than me trying to hand straighten them out with a needle nose. So it turned out the hose did work.
Interesting.
But I needed something else, which I bought something else, which I'll show you in the first video. But that was reassuring, that it was the hose itself and not the fitting. Because I kept thinking, I thought hoses were just one kind. But you know, when you live in New York City, you can't ask your neighbors, is your hose fit? They go, you have a hose? Why would you have a hose? I said, well, I have a backyard. They go, you have a backyard? So it's not like you're living in a country where, you probably have 7 different hoses of
Right.
different lengths. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2. I have 2
Oh, you have
different
2.
hoses.
Okay.
Yeah. One for the
You have
backyard,
the one that
for the
fits
front
and the
yard.
one that doesn't fit.
Right. Well, that's good. That ended up working out.
Yeah.
Well, now, what about the furnace stuff? Do you have a big chimney in the backyard yet, or?
It is really, I don't know what's going on. There was all this work. They were here for like 3 weeks, every day, 8 a.m. The furnace is in. They built a huge platform for it. They knocked down one of the cinder block walls and put a different door in it. I guess the fire department required something different. And a chimney guy came and said, the fitting to the street is fine, which was great because they had all the debris from the hole out in the front of the building. It looked like a dump out there. Well, it was a dump out there because that's where they dumped all the dirt. So once Con Ed approved the hole, everything went back in the hole. And now for 2 weeks, and another man came by and he said, can I see where the chimney's going to be? And I showed him and I said, you know how big it's going to be? No, I only check vents. I know nothing about chimneys. My whole thing is to see that there is a vent that goes from the cellar to the outside.
I have a feeling this guy was union for sure.
Or I think he was a city worker, and that's
he just has on his card, Jeff. I just checked vents.
Yes, vent expert.
Guy. Yes.
Right. I said, well, this comes out from the cellar. He goes, that's good. Check.
That's a good vent right there.
That's a good vent. Is it possible to go down the cellar so you can show me the other end of this vent? And I said, absolutely. So I took him down the cellar and I said, this is what you see in my yard. He goes, oh, that's very good. He checked that.
This is the best vent I've seen all week. This is great.
This is a very venti vent.
Yes.
And then since then, nothing. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, at least you know it's not a vent problem.
No, it's not a vent problem. I wish that the man who was doing the actual chimney would show up and just say, I looked at the chimney next door.
Like, slip him a 20 and say, hey, make it small. Make it an itty bitty chimney. Come on.
You know what? It's very funny because I once watched a TV show about tipping construction people. And this guy had a very interesting tip. He said, when they first start, you tip them.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Because then they know. They feel guilty.
Yes. When Dennis moved into this building, the person who lived there had lived there for like 50 years, so it was going to be totally renovated. But Dennis said, oh, I don't want them to take out this molding. Oh, God, I want the shutters there. I said, Dennis, the first time they come here, go up there with $100 and a bottle of champagne and just say, hi, I'm the tenant. And is it okay if I tell you the things I would like? And he did that. And my God, every time they said, we put in this kind of a floor, but in that price range that your landlord's paying for, you could have this color or this. They were amazing.
They were just totally on his side.
Yes. And when I had my houseboat built, my 50-foot houseboat, I said to the guy who owned the company, can I come down and just look at the interior as they build it one weekend? He said, absolutely. So I went down, I gave each guy $100 and a bottle of champagne. And the guy took out the blueprints of the boat. And he said, listen, this is what we normally build. He said,
but we can build it better. We can build it.
We build the entire interior this way. He said, but you want anything moved? It makes no difference to us. So I looked at it and I said, well, you know what? I'm using this as an office. I don't need a bathroom like that. Can you extend the bedroom, which I'm going to use as an office, like 3 feet? Give me a smaller bathroom and a bigger. Absolutely.
Wow. That is a good tip. That is great.
Yeah. And I said, and also that big refrigerator, I said, this is like can I just get a half refrigerator so I can have a big, long, low counter? Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So that was really great.
That's good, because, even if you tip great right at the end, it's like,
yes.
They've also done all the hard sweat and tears earlier, It's much better to do that knowing, God, this guy's a great guy. He gave me a good tip.
Yes. And the guy who told the story said, this is how I stumbled on this. He said, I was having a swimming pool installed. I forgot what it was. And when the guy showed up, he said, I'm a independent contractor and I build this myself. And the best I can do is $5,000. And the guy said, well, don't knock yourself crazy. Make it $5,500. And the guy said, oh my God. Okay. We normally don't use stainless steel. We can do stainless steel. So
this is a thing that I learned. I read a book on negotiation. I've forgotten almost all of it, so I'm probably the worst negotiator in the world. But one of the things that I took away from it was always leave something on the table. Don't try to get every tiny scrap of stuff, because then it makes everyone mad. It's like,
yes,
God,
yes, and I'm sure they say, it's a half inch off over here. Oh, are you kidding? The guy screwed us.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. This is a 3/4 payment on a project. Like, let's just get it done. Move on.
Yeah. So anyway, I always thought that was a great tip, and I've used it several times, and it does work.
That's great. That's really good. Well,
all right. Should we jump in?
Gadget time. Let's do it.
Gadget time. And now we'll learn the end of the hose saga.
That looks like a hose.
You don't have a hose in your backyard that works? Why not? So, we got it working. And
you're a fireman.
It's great.
I didn't know that.
Is it great. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Now that it's coming from the bathroom sink, I actually have warm water running through here because we just washed the greenhouse, and that looks great. And we had to add, I totally switched to a different faucet hookup, which I'm going to show you. And we had a problem with the hose kinking where it came out of the sink in the bathroom, and I'll show you how we solved that. Okay, so this is what solved the problem. And, I'm going to be very honest with you. I forgot to put this on. And as I came in to install this, the hose split. The hose broke. I'm going to show you exactly what happened here.
And it was full on when it broke.
Oh, my gosh.
The hose broke off here inside. Let me just get my hand out of the way. Okay. And that was because I just bought this, and this just came an hour ago. And had I put this in place earlier, this wouldn't have happened. And I'm just going to show you here. You see now, with this takes the water, gives you a 90-degree angle so the hose can go straight in. When the hose goes straight up, there's a tremendous pressure right here, as you can see when I do that. And so the hose split inside. But now with this, that won't happen anymore. And let me just, and then this has its own on-off switch on it, okay? And I believe it was $13, but it's a way to make sure that if you're using a hose and you're afraid that it's going to kink, you can make it go at 90 degrees. And it turns in here. You can just loosen this up a little, turn it, face it the way you want to. And then you have your on-off switch separate from the faucet. That's it. But now I do have water in the backyard and a very wet floor now that the hose broke. You can't have everything.
Well, maybe you wanted a really wet floor. I don't know.
Yeah. And just for laughs, before I found out about the hose having a little bend in it, I figured I'm just going to order one of the $6 things. This works fine. I didn't need that $30 kit.
No
So
way.
This happens to match the fitting when I take the aerator out of my kitchen, out of my bathroom sink. That goes up there. And this happens to be standard hose threads.
Interesting.
And this was like $6.30 on Amazon. So
do you feel like you just got lucky? I guess so.
I think I just got lucky because
That's cool.
I don't think these people would be making this elaborate kit if, especially, it seemed weird in the description of the $30 kit when he said, not even the same company uses the same threads for their aerators on different sinks. And I'm thinking, why not? Isn't it hard to make 87 different
Parts?
fittings?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
so this thing is rather nice. It's rubberized. And what's good about it having its own off switch. Oh, you know what? They had a very interesting point. They said that a lot of their customers own boats and RVs because this is an easy way to redirect a pipe so it doesn't take up a lot of room. So like if you had a hose coming down that needed to have a wide like angle, this can be much shorter because it goes down and makes it an immediate 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
And he said also a lot of people use it under washing machines where there's not a lot of room under there to install fittings. And it was relatively inexpensive. I think it was $13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks great. Works great. I
Yeah,
think that you're going to appreciate the big, easy to take off top there.
Yes, absolutely. And what's great is in the dead of winter, sometimes there's ice right outside the backyard door. You go out there and kill yourselves. And I'll be able to run fairly hot water through it and
melt
make a path for Charlie and Dennis and I.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
So the whole saga has ended.
And
the chimney saga is not to begin.
Right. You ended up using just the $6 one, not the $30 kit
I
thing.
ended up using the $6.
Nice.
But I'm going to keep the other one because I thought, you know what, maybe one day I'll want to put the hose on the kitchen sink, and I know that I have a way to do it.
Right.
So, or Dennis might want to do something.
Nice.
Yeah, any good. So there are no press conferences, but out of the blue, a PR company said, "We're sending you something." And this is it. It's kind of interesting. Let's take a look.
Okay, we're going to talk about my first camera, Insta2. And this is it here. This is the box, okay? And this is the camera. Okay, I guess kids will love this. It kind of, the place where you put the strap could be ears, and that could be like a one-eyed monster kind of thing. So it's a very simple camera for kids. So basically, charge the camera, insert a memory card up to 32 gigabytes, add a roll of thermal paper, and you're set to go, okay? Oh, well, and then how to power on and take a photo, and gallery mode and video playback and deleting a photo. And then you're set. Oh, and then maybe how to print the photo, how to take a selfie, how to use filters and templates. And then you're set. Oh, wait a minute. And then you want to set the date and the time. And then
Kids will figure this out
French,
in a moment.
You have to do the French part. All right, so I guess the parent will set the camera up for the kid. But
No, the kid will know.
It's pretty neat, okay? So basically, you turn the camera on, and that, my first camera, and okay, all right, it's already, it has a little color screen. It's a 2.4-inch IPS screen. The color screen's not bad, and then I think you just hit that again, and it is in selfie mode, okay? So I'm going to put it in selfie mode, and then I'm going to, it's probably going to be gruesome, but I'll do a quick shot. Okay, picture's ready. Now I can look at the picture, okay? Or I can look at it and,
Is it making that noise, or is that the natural noise?
Okay.
That's
probably better if we were outdoors and we had some better light in here.
I guess it's natural.
Okay, 10 seconds and you have a photo. But I'll admit this one's grainy. I'll show you a few others here playing around with the camera. This is a 6 megapixel Alfred. And there's a 12 megapixel Alfred. So his hair got a lot of definition, but he also seemed to grow a 5 o'clock shadow there. You can set the resolution. Let me just look here. Resolution you can set for 3, 6, 9, or 12 megapixels. Now, you're saying, well, those pictures don't look that great. This is why it's such great fun. We've seen a lot of those printing cameras in the past couple of years. They do color, and the pictures are so-so, but they're $1 a piece. So this camera uses plain old thermal paper. And if you buy it in bulk, you can get these down to a penny. Okay, now how much fun will your kids have? So I think kids will actually love it. And let me just see if I remember how to go through various pictures here. Let me go back and back and back. It also does video. And let me see, do I start playing it? Let's see.
It's going to use a lot of thermal
I shot a
paper.
quick little video. I took the memory card out. I put it in my computer. My computer didn't recognize the card for some reason. But just to show you that it shoots video with sound. Let's see.
Hey, it's Dick DiBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz with another one-take theater here at gizwiz.tv. I'm using let me get the name of this camera here.
Anyway, so you can do videos with it, and it is 1080p at 30 frames a second. The camera comes in pink and in blue. It has a 1500 milliamp battery, charges in 2.5 hours, weighs 8.2 ounces. It's about $100, okay? It's $99.90, I think. The advantage of this is that kids, I think, will love printing. It comes with 2 rolls of thermal paper, and then I believe the third roll is peel-off thermal paper, so you can make stickers. It comes with some fun little labels in the box. It comes with a charging cable. Charging cable is micro USB, but it comes with a USB-C adapter. And let's just go to their website and take a peek, see if we got everything here. Unlimited printing. Yeah, the built-in templates, selfie lens. Okay, you can do selfies with it. Instant memories. There's the blue version. Okay, it's more like teal, I guess. Each roll can print up to 60 sheets. You get 2 rolls of thermal and 1 roll of sticker thermal. That takes 36 shots. Has fun frames preloaded. Supports SD cards up to 32 gigabytes, up to 12 megapixels. You have, I told you, a choice from 3 to 12. Weighs 8.2 ounces. You can make stickers. So you get that. Charging cable, the neck lanyard, and a quick start guide. That's it. And it's just available, I believe, now. Okay, I see it. I only see it on their website. That's it. It is my first camera, Insta2. We'll be shooting all our videos with this from now on. And ABC, they'll be all over this.
I really like that camera. I think that is, when you first kind of, like, I saw it in the email, I was like, my first camera, Insta, like, I was like, you know, like my first whatever. It's like, my first Instagram account. It's like, they're teaching, what are they doing here? But after seeing the camera, if I was a child, I would have loved this. Yes. I would have completely gone nuts over this. Being able to print just like unlimited, like.
Yeah. And the fact that you can tear these off and just give them away. I mean, the problem with those other cameras were, well, first of all, when the first one came out like 10 years ago, I said, who in God's name, it was at Photo Expo, I think I said, who would buy this? And the guy said, kids have never seen a Polaroid. This is magical.
Yeah.
And the fact that 10 years later, companies are still making cameras that do this, but the fact that this does it on thermal paper, and even if it gets it down to 5 cents a shot, I think kids are going to love this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being able to just kind of go crazy, that doesn't happen a lot with some physical stuff when you're a child. And so just being able to just take a photo of whatever, printing it out.
Yes, exactly. Right. And you're not using your parents' camera or your parents' phone.
Right.
And you have your own little knockabout camera. It seems fairly ruggedly built.
And I like that it has a digital backup. Let's say they take a super great photo and they want it. You can keep it. You know, it has that digital version still around. I saw someone mention in the chat, you know, well, thermal paper will kind of fade away after a while. And that's true. That kind of stinks. But luckily, you have that digital backup, which you could print on real paper if you wanted, you know. If they took
absolutely.
Super great memory. I think this is great.
It's very
$100 seems completely reasonable. So I like it. It's $100, right?
Yeah, it's $99.90, and also it didn't come up for you, but for me when I was scanning through, it comes up and it says if you want to be on our mailing list, you can take $10 off the camera.
Nice.
So you could get it down to basically $89.90.
Nice.
So it's pretty neat. In pink and what they call blue, but it's more like teal or pea green or something. Anyway.
And of course, Scooter X has found it on AliExpress.
Is he really? Oh my gosh.
So there you
For
go.
half price. Oh my God.
So there you go. If you want to find that.
Astounding.
So, moving on.
Okay, moving on. Something from APC that I still don't understand, and we'll see if you or the chat room understands what this is for. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, we're going to talk about a new gadget from APC, or at least it's new to me. This is it here. And it's very funny because I said to Dennis, we're going to do this. And Dennis said, well, what the hell is that? Well, you know what? When I saw that, I said the same thing. What the hell is that? And I spent $36 to find out. All right, because I like APC. I think it's American Power Corporation or something. I think they're part of Schneider now. Because I don't get what this thing is, and I figured, you know what? For my audience, I'll buy one, and we'll see if we can figure it out.
Martron said he just ordered one. Oh my God.
Boy, all right, well, this hinges. That's good. So it can, you know what? It can't even be flat. I guess it can be. Here, this is what the box says. Use it around the monitor.
It kind of looks like a Salvador Dali.
Which makes no sense because you lose 3 outlets. Okay? If it's going to be down at the base around the monitor, over a partition in an office.
Yeah,
all right.
Like a
so it's over
cubicle.
Partition in the office, and then you say to your office mate, so do you want to be able to plug things in, or would you rather charge things? And then you have to decide who gets the charging side and who gets the electrical side. I guess the person who has an outlet closest gets the plug-in side. Now that I see it, I still don't get it. Okay, I mean. This is the form factor. It doesn't move. Use it under a computer. Okay, they show it this way. You do that, you lose 3 outlets because they're blocked. Use it as a standalone unit, and they show it upside down. That looks good. That's really good. I bought it. This is when you put it over a partition This is heavily spring loaded. It won't slip around. But again, it makes no sense because the other side of the partition, well, let's plug it in. Make sure it has some lights. If it has no lights, I've really blown $36. Let me see. Boy, you know, I'll tell you another. Let me do another gripe right now. When they tell you it's very convenient that the plug comes out the side, not really, because it blocks two other outlets on a power strip. Unless you can get the very end power strip, the end plug on a power strip. But that's already got one of these Mickey Mouse plugs in it. Okay, so it's plugged in. Oh, big deal. Oh, there's the glowing light right there. Okay, two versions. Two USB-A's and the USB-C charger, or the other version is for USB-A plugs. Okay, a little on-off switch. I think this APC. APC, can I have my money back, please? I dislike this a lot. And it also is a surge protector, 1080 joules of surge protection, and $50,000 of insurance, I guess, if you can prove that this fell off and hit you over the head. No. Equipment, $50,000 equipment protection. I guess over the edge of a office partition will be okay. This would hang straight down. On a desk, I don't see it. Does Amazon have a return policy that just says weird?
Too weird.
Because this is weird.
So, unless you have a very specific...
It's so funny that Martron...
Yeah. I mean, I think that if you had a very particular thing, it's like, I have a cubicle that's waist high, this would be great for it.
But I found something fascinating. Go to the link I sent you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this afternoon, it was unavailable except from these retailers. Okay. And the cheapest was $50. Then I found this, $35. Click on the white version. Click on the white version and watch the screen.
Yeah. $16.99.
$17.
And then in the chat room, everyone was saying, just get it from Office Depot, because then it's
Oh my God.
Ew.
Oh, and it says regularly $39. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in an ad, it shows two of them side by side so that you can each have the outlets and the charging station.
Oh, I see. So I see. But this is also different.
Who has a desk?
Because didn't yours have a USB-C? Oh, I guess because this was a cheaper, you were trying to find the cheaper one. Because this one is missing the USB-C at the top.
Yes,
you can either
have. Yes, you can either have.
Oh, I see. It's right here.
Yeah.
If I could.
Yeah, there you go. So that one's $35. But if you go to white, it goes to not having USB-C. Oh no, there it is.
But still, that one's $40.
Oh, I see.
But
so
yeah.
the USB-C, I got it.
But still, I don't think that's worth it. And then, why is a single USB-C port worth that much? I don't get it.
No, exactly. And also, in the copy, I don't know if anybody changed it. The copy, it said, includes $5 protection for your equipment. And I said, what? So I looked on the box. The box says $50,000. The box is from APC. But whoever copied it over said, and you get $5.
$5? Oh, man. That little charger I bought from Five Below, protected.
Yes, exactly.
I don't got to worry.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Interesting.
All right. Hold Hawkfo said you can use it over a bathtub edge. Yeah, that's great. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Bleak says there were 1.2 amp USB, so it'll charge slowly.
Yeah.
Lug says it's worth $20. $20 deal at best. And Spike said, this is what I think. Spike says, this solves no problems. It just creates them.
I don't know. I don't want to give it
You like it?
I feel like there are particular situations. Like I could see if I had a shop and I basically made a thing for this to go on, like it'd be kind of nice. Like plug it right in right there. But also, if you're making a thing for it, you can just make one for a normal charger too. So,
hey Murray, listen, I just bought this APC thing for $16. Can you build a desk
that works with it?
Can you build a desk? And Murray, measure this because it has to be this thick. And use teak, okay? Because to set the
I just spent $30 on this. Actually, let me get two. That way I can put two over the edge, and then one side will get the chargers, and one side will get the plugs. There you go. Fixed. Okay.
Well, we're finding new stuff that you might not find anywhere else.
That's true.
You may not want it, but you know about it. That's the key. That's the key.
With that,
okay.
Let's move on before I die of laughter. Oh my gosh.
It brings us to...
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it?
Oh, booze. Oh no, I guess booze doesn't come in a spray bottle.
It looks more like carpet cleaner, I feel like. We used to have carpet cleaner like this as a child, but this is a very... I don't know. I still have not come to a conclusion about this gadget. I recorded a video on it, so let's just check that out.
Perfect.
Hey Diggities, so here we are with another summer gadget out here, and this is Fanatic Foam. Fun-atic Foam. It's fun, so it has fun in the name. And I picked this up at Target, and it doesn't really show it on the actual can itself, but at Target, in the box that you buy it out of, there's a lot of images of like kids playing outside with this foam that they would like spray on each other or that sort of thing. Just have fun with it. So what really drew me to it was that sort of like weird idea to play with foam, but also that it says big on the bottle, real soap. So the type of foam that this is just soap foam, which is also really interesting. There are a few different colors. I chose this one. What's interesting is that the color is green apple scent. So I almost feel like you almost might want to eat it. To open it, there is a little tab here on the top. So I guess I just pull that off. There you go, rip that off, and then that allows the trigger to be pulled. So we'll put that in my pocket. And I haven't done it yet, so let's just see what it does. There it goes. There
but it makes strings too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of stringy. It does. It smells like green apples. But all it is just soap. Now, I definitely want to kind of get water to wash this off. It's not quite gonna just be like hand sanitizer and it's gone, so I kind of need some water to wash this off. So I guess you'd have to have a hose around to wipe it off. I think that this is just a fun thing that I could see people just spraying around, but also kind of a cool concept maybe to take to like a camp out or like something where you just want some foamy soap around. It's definitely a little bit funner than a bar of soap, which is kind of cool. It ended up costing about $10 for the can, so not crazy expensive, and I assume that you'd get quite a lot of soap out of it itself. I don't want to spray it around too much more. So there you go, the Fanatic Foam. So yeah, so my hands got really sticky on the walk home. And so yeah, you're right. Whenever it sprays, it's kind of stringy.
Oh,
I can
okay.
kind of show you a product shot here. Is that, yeah, it's like weirdly stringy. And it smells very tasty, in my opinion.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
sour green apple. It's like, oh, wow, that's awesome. But yeah, so I don't know, if you have if your kids have particularly dirty friends, make them play with this. Clean them up. But yeah, so Fanatic Foam soap to have some fun with outside. And also, a lot of their advertisements here had like kids in bathtubs too. So not only could it be done outside, but this could be a bathtub sort of thing as well. I'll turn this down here. This is the ad that I was playing.
Oh, okay.
earlier.
And is this Target's website?
Yeah, this is Target's
Get
website.
ready
Target
for
sells it.
instant foam fun with
Okay, we'll turn that off because it's not loading very well. But yeah, so you can see the kids in the tub or kids outside or whatever. And it does spray very, very far for, can stuff.
Oh, no stain. That's good.
Yeah, that is one thing they mentioned a lot, is that no stain formula. So the 3 colors you see there are supposed to not stain anything in the house, which, yes, that's very good. That's basically it. $10.
Okay. Not bad.
There you go. Fanatic Foam. Real soap.
In 3 flavors.
In 3 flavors you may want to eat. Maybe I should try eating some of it, see if it tastes good. It definitely is enticing. I don't think I'll do that. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our email is from Paul Griesbaum, Griesbaum. Hi, Dick and Chad. Here's a link to a short video I made on a recent Amazon purchase. And here's Paul's video.
Hello, Giz Wiz fans. I have a little guessing game gadget here. It has a little USB port right here.
It seems like a whip.
And if I show you either end, I think you're going to guess what it is.
I still haven't figured it out. Oh, it's a flashlight. Oh, is it a flashlight for your
This
neck?
is called
I guess it's a wearable flashlight.
Hug Light.
Hug light.
Designed to be used for reading books in the dark.
Oh.
You just put it around your shoulder like this, and you turn on both of the lights on both sides, and it illuminates the book pretty well. But I've repurposed it for taking my dog for walks at night,
Yeah.
and I have found that it does a pretty good job when I have it around my neck like this, but I also have tried using it by just kind of looping it through my belt loop. And at the end of this video, I'm going to attach about 20 seconds of my walking in the backyard, just let you see how good it is at walking at night. So I love the show. Thanks a lot. This is Paul from Louisville, Kentucky.
That's awesome, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. And let's see your little 20-second.
Yeah, that seems good.
Yeah, you can see each step.
Yeah.
Boy,
It
she
also
doesn't
could
even
be that the
brook.
video doesn't do it justice. That happens
Yeah.
to me a lot, too. That's not half bad.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I'm
sounds
surprised
good.
that I haven't seen more lighting styles other than just like the headlamp or in your hand. You know,
Yes.
like
Yes.
why aren't there more shoulder?
Snake light. Do you remember
Yeah.
snake light?
I do remember Snake Light. We had a Snake Light, and I loved that thing as a child.
Snake Light was from Black & Decker.
Oh my God. And we had the one that it fit on the wall, and you'd like keep it charged.
Oh, that was Deluxe Snake Light.
Yeah. We used that thing all the time.
Snake Light got Dennis and I to London.
Whoa.
I got a call from the PR firm for, was it Black & Decker? I think it was Black & Decker.
This is exactly
There it is.
what we had.
It is Black & Decker.
Yeah.
And the person, actually someone from Black & Decker called first and said, you're more excited about our Snake Light than our spokespeople are.
So would you like to be a spokesperson?
A deal for you. We are going to introduce it in Europe, and we want to send somebody over to London to do some radio and TV shows. And you can show other gadgets, but one of them has to be Snake Light. And you'll get a first-class ticket. And I said, well, look, I'm very interested in this, but I don't want to go out of the country alone. If you'll let me swap the first-class ticket for 2 coach tickets, I want to bring a friend. It was Dennis.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, yeah, we could do that. So I did. They worked like, my God, they booked me on 40 shows. And finally, I said, you know what? Friday's my birthday. I said, can you move some of the shows into the rest of the week? So can I have one day where I just go around London? And they did that. They were very nice about it. And did you ever do something where you just totally make up a story? And I'll just tell this story. So, Dennis, we wanted to go to Madame Tussauds wax museum, and we got there. The line was about 3 blocks long.
Oh man!
And I said to one of the people there, I said, I'm from Mad Magazine, and we're doing a story about humor overseas in England. Is it possible to talk to like the head of PR for the museum?
I've totally done this.
Have you? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And she brings us up, and I said, so I want to walk through and sort of get an idea of like the things people are attracted to. Is that all right with you? She said, oh, that's wonderful. She said, you can enter the museum right through my office.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. So first, yes, that's so good. Did she give you a tour?
No, she said, would you like me to send a PR person? And I said, it'd be sort of more fun for us just to roam through. And she said, oh, that's really great. Thank you so much for stopping in and introducing yourself.
Yeah. So
you've done that too.
I was hired by Brian Brushwood, who literally has a show about social engineering and like getting into places you're not supposed to get into.
Right.
So that was one thing. One of the things that comes to mind, though, is after that time was we were going to DC, and I had heard about the Newseum. It's the News Zeum.
Oh, yes.
And I really wanted to see it. And through a random, I was doing a charity thing for Minecraft, and one of the representative people that were there, she was like, oh, I'm just talking to my sister. She works at the Newseum. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love the Newseum. And I'm going to be in DC in like 3 weeks. Like, oh man, that's, we might see each other. And I was doing this charity thing for Minecraft. So I was like, in the Minecraft space, I'm like a celebrity. So she was like, let me get you in touch with my sister. Turns out her sister is in charge of all of PR. And she gave us a VIP tour of the entire museum, like just us and her, and was like, oh yeah, this is do you want to go back and see the studio thing? It was like, oh my gosh, holy moly.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Totally.
Super.
Hard to beat that.
No, absolutely.
With that, though, let's go into the letter.
Become the letter,
right, so I picked this letter, Chad, just to see how on the ball you are.
Ooh, okay.
It is from a company that publishes reports on the gaming industry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it said we've just published the report that reveals currently there are blank gamers globally. Any idea how many gamers there are?
Oh man, I'm so bad with remembering numbers. That's why I'm so bad.
Oh,
at
okay,
history
okay.
classes. But no. I'm gonna play along. Because
Okay.
I'm gonna walk you through my process. I think Minecraft has sold like 20 million copies of Minecraft. I think.
Okay.
I think. I can't remember. So I'm just gonna guess like
This is
100
world
million.
now. Go
In the
ahead.
world.
100 million?
100 million.
100 million. Okay.
How do you classify
You're
a
off
gamer?
just by, I think, 95%. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll just read the first sentence. The report reveals currently there are 2.7 billion gamers globally.
What?
35% of the world's population play games as of April
Okay.
2020.
What type of games? Does checkers count?
I don't know. But can you go to the link? Because the United States
Billion?
does not play a lot of games. I want you to see that chart. Yeah, go to the bottom of this.
2 billion people.
Look at
75%.
this.
Wow! Holy moly.
So if you have 1 million viewers here, if you would move
God,
to Asia
I need
Pacific,
to learn Chinese.
would have-
I don't know. Like this would be all of Asia Pacific. So, you know what's funny is I've always said this, in my demographics, I get all of the English-speaking countries that you'd expect. So US, Canada, UK, and then like number 4 every single time is like Philippines. And I don't know why. I'm very popular in the Philippines. I don't get it.
oh my,
I think they're before Australia, in fact. But wow.
but look
Holy
at
moly.
only North America is only, I'm not quite sure what it is. Only 7% of the total of gamers are in the US. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like, well, in North America, so that would include Canada and Mexico.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Well, then you're doing really well to have 1 million subscribers.
Right?
When only 7% of the people are interested.
Right? Wow, that's crazy.
And I assume
guess-
they're video games just by that graphic, right?
Say that again? Just
I said I assume they're video games because
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
that graphic like a game player
controller,
down at
yeah.
the bottom?
yeah. Now, where is India fall? That's in Asia, right? Or is that in Europe? This may be a very ignorant question.
No, I'm there with you, not knowing exactly.
I would assume
room.
it would fall into Asia, would be my guess.
Australia has a relatively small population.
True.
Oh, okay. There's something else, right?
True.
Chad's big in Japan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Over half of the gamers are in Asia. Yeah, okay, everyone in the chat room's saying Asia. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it would be in Europe. I guess it does say, well, so specifically I was saying Europe because this lumps it into Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Is why I was wondering it.
Well, if you
That's
ever
why
go
I
to
said
Asia,
Europe.
you'll be a hero.
Yeah, man. Golly. That's crazy. That also, I think, shows me how little of the things that I upload to have, like, purchase in Asia. Because I see Spanish YouTubers all the time. I see Spanish Twitch streamers all the time. I very rarely see any type of streamer or YouTuber from Asia. And I wonder if that's just because they're on different platforms. There is a different platform that that either China runs or someone else
Yes,
runs. I have no
yes.
idea. Making it up.
Yeah.
That's
It could be.
interesting.
It's pretty interesting, though, I thought.
Yeah. I need to. Crispy Bacon in the Twitch chat saying, I need to learn how to speak Mandarin.
Right. Or buy some mandarin oranges or do something. Do something.
Wow, that is insane. 55%.
Yeah.
Also, look at this graph. Holy moly. Everyone's on their phones.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but everyone's
Well,
on their phones.
the reason I started that gizwiz.me for mobile is that it seems that 55% of the people that go to gizwiz.biz go on either a tablet or a phone.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Captain J asked, what age do I think most of the people are? Then the demographics that YouTube gives me, I think it's 13 to 18, 18 to 25, and then some others. And what's weird is 18 to 25 is actually my biggest peak. I think the second one is 13 to 18. And then it dips down, and then like 55 and older. Which tells me like, I explain things simple enough in Minecraft that the kids watch and the parents of the kids
Oh my
watch.
gosh, that's pretty good.
So
That's pretty good.
I think that's pretty funny.
You have the same talent. Leo has that talent.
Yeah.
Someone can call up and you could have a chat that goes on for 5 minutes that I don't understand one thing they're talking about. And then another woman will call up and say, does my computer have to be on if I want to use the internet?
Yeah.
And Leo will say, that's a very interesting question. We have found that if you did you have a switch marked on and off? And he's just great with leading.
He can dumb it down or he can bring it up to a high level. Totally.
Exactly. It's just, so obviously you can do that too. Amazing.
Yeah, apparently.
Says the man who has 1 million subscribers.
What's funny? So, yeah. Let me see. I'm actually looking at this right now. Yeah. So, 18 to 24 is 35% of my audience.
Wow.
What's actually funny is it's different than I remember. 13 to 17 is only 10%. But then
you're losing them, Chad. You're losing them.
I know. And then 35 to 44 is kind of the next bump. So I skip 25 to 35, 34 technically.
Okay.
But there you go. So that's the demo of
Wow.
of OMG Craft. And
Amazing.
so here's the top countries is United States, United Kingdom. Interestingly, India, and then Philippines. Those are the top countries. And Philippines, India, and the United Kingdom are all in a 7% bracket. So like the same amount of people that watch me in the UK watch me in the Philippines.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is so interesting to me. And then Canada after the Philippines. And then Australia.
Wow.
I like numbers.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, check out that website. You should probably subscribe to that website.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's very cool. Also, thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. If you support on Patreon, you guys are awesome. If you like the show and want to give back, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. That is our Patreon. Any level will be so appreciative. How Patreon works is you give per episode, so whatever you decide is a per episode basis, and that's reoccurring, obviously, every time we publish an episode. If you don't want to give that way and want to give just a one-time thank you to us, then you can head on over to our website, gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab, and there will be a PayPal link on the Patreon page on our website. I know that's confusing. There's a PayPal link on the Patreon page, but that's how it is. Thank you to everybody who has supported. You guys are incredible. Once again, thank you so much for your support.
Absolutely. 5 years due to the Patreons. We're in year 5. This show would have been down the drain for you people that made this possible. So thank you.
That's awesome. Speaking of GizWiz.tv, head on over to GizWiz.tv to watch us live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. That is where you can watch us live. You can also join the chat room just below the live stream. And if we're not live, this area that has the live stream right now will get replaced with the most recent video. And if you want to watch any of our previous videos, you can do that there as well. And if you want it delivered to you, you can subscribe on iTunes. We have an RSS link for whatever podcatcher you and on YouTube as well. Head on over to gizwiz.biz, Dickie D's website, to find out all about the gadgets that we talk about on the show. There's a mobile site at gizwiz.me, which we were talking about earlier. While you're there at gizwiz.biz, you can play What the Heck Is It? The game show online with gadgets. We love gadgets. So this is the gadget, the whole gadget, but you don't know what gadget it is. Well, maybe you do, but we're not going to give it to you. You have to guess. And this is obvious to me that when Dickie D was talking about putting the hose on his sink, he got this special tool to attach that attachment to the hose. If you think you know what this is, get a guess. And there are 6 Mad Magazines for correct answers, 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. This is the Mad
And you're
Magazine.
playing for the Al Jaffe, Al Jaffe issue.
Do it. Play. It's a good one. With that about wraps up our show. See you next week.
I'll be here.